Good morning, everyone. This is Harmony. I want to give you an update on how I'm doing on the maintenance. I have just completed my third week of maintenance for the HCG Diet phase 3, which is the maintenance phase. And like I said, I just completed my third week. We had a family affair over this past weekend. Today is Monday. So Saturday we had a family affair where everyone came in from town, and my sister hosted a family cookout at her home. I did very well in terms of my food selection. I did have a small portion of macaroni and cheese and a little bit of a pasta crab salad, but very, very, very small portions because I wasn't interested in that type of food, knowing what it can do to the body. But anyhow, I enjoyed myself. It was awesome. I have maintained my 40-pound loss. I have fluctuated. Let me put it this way. I've maintained my 40-pound loss. I fluctuate between the 2 pounds that's allowed for us to gain on the diet. So I may go from 197 to 199, back down to 198, back to 197. I've actually gotten down to 195, fluctuated back up. So I can't really tell you how many calories I'm putting in a day because I'm not counting calories. I've just changed my eating habits, and I know that I have to be wise in my selection. The other thing that has really helped me in this process is my portion sizes. My portion control has changed drastically since having done the protocol. I'm just not interested in eating as much anymore. In fact, to see a bunch of food loaded on a plate actually turns my stomach now. That's just how much of a change or transition has been made in my life. But there are a few things I wanted to share with you in terms of mindset changing. As I told you at the beginning of this diet, when I started the HCG in one of my other vlogs, I shared with you that this is more than just a diet. It's about a mindset change and changing your relationship with food. Well, here's some things that I've noticed just since being on maintenance, all right, that the things that we eat that harm our body, first of all, we need to identify those things. We know that pastas and starches and sugars will and can cause us to gain rapidly without notice. So because I know this, and because diabetes run in my family, I'm very conscious as to what I'm eating and how much of it I'm taking in. So there's a lot of changes I've made. I typically don't use sugar anymore. I use xylitol, which is a sweetener, and stevia or stevia, based on your pronunciation. And it works fine for me. I have no complaints in that area. Again, I'm not real interested in eating a lot of sugary items anyway. I did try a fun size, and I do mean a fun size, one size serving, the little ice creams they sell in the store. I tried one the other night. It was an apple pie. I didn't even enjoy it. I ate it all, but I didn't. I was like, I'm over the ice cream thing. I don't, whatever. So, and that was like 190 calories, that one serving. So I will no longer buy a pint of ice cream. I'll buy the fun size. If, going forward, if I have a desire for ice cream, I'll have to buy what's in the one portion size to see what's there. But I'm not a big ice cream eater. That wasn't my vice. So one of the other things that I want to share that I think are, well, two things I want to share that I think are vitally important. Number one, I caught myself a few days ago, yesterday to be exact. I caught myself doing two things. I was very, very tired because of the family affair, and I was at church yesterday, and the choir, you had to sing, and I'm in the choir. So I had to be there early. And I typically, although church doesn't start till 10 o'clock, I get up at 6 because on the days that we minister, we have to be there by 8:30. Of course, me being the punctual person that I work to be, I like to be there no later than 8:15. So it takes me it's a process for me to get dressed in the morning for church. Now, I was so exhausted from the night before, from Saturday night. Although I got home before 11 o'clock at night, I didn't get to sleep or come off the computer to probably about 1. So what I found myself doing yesterday, there was so much to do. You know, you have to do, if you're a mother, you know, you have to, or just a homeowner or whatever, you have family, you know, there's things that need to be done around the house that are adult responsibilities. So there was so much I had to do, to include prepare dinner, that I started nibbling to stay awake. And I caught myself doing that. I mean, I was just nibbling on tortilla chips that have chia seed and flax seed in them, and something else. But I just kept nibbling, going back to the bag and nibbling, and I was just walking around the house. I ended up in my bedroom with a handful of the tortilla chips. Now, that wasn't my first serving. That was probably my 3rd or 4th serving, because I was in this area, in the common areas in the house, and I was walking around nibbling because I wanted to start dinner, but I was too tired and I know I needed to rest. So I grabbed a handful after telling myself twice already that I had had enough. I went back, grabbed a handful, went to my bedroom, and I was nibbling. I just looked at my bed. I was like, God, I'm so tired. So you need to realize your habits, the bad habits that you pick up, and alter those and change those habits. You need to overcome those habits. These are habits that cause us to gain weight. I remember months ago and over the past year, when my chronic pain was just off the charts, that I would go to my room to rest by way of the kitchen because I was grabbing snacks, and it'd be like 3 Fiber One bars I'll grab, and I'll just sit there eating. And so I caught myself actually doing it yesterday. And so now that I'm aware of it, that stopped. The other thing is, I have a chef who is a dear friend of mine who lives just a few doors down from me. And I called her because my palate was off yesterday. I was trying to cook and I just couldn't taste the seasoning in the food. So I called her down to help me out in the kitchen a little bit. I needed her palate. And when, you know, she stayed until after dinner and everything, which, you know, of course is fine. She's more than welcome to do so. But there was a piece, and I made salmon croquettes. Okay. And I grilled them. But as I was cleaning the kitchen and putting the food away, there was just maybe a 3rd piece of salmon patty that, you know, we were nibbling on before dinner left on the plate. And I didn't think to put it with what was left over. And I certainly wasn't going to throw it away. And nobody wanted it. I ate it. And she said to me, because she knows how I've done on this diet, she said, stop eating food that's left on the plate. I'm a mother. If you're a mother out there, watch yourself when you're around your kids or when you're putting away dinner and it's just a little bit left. You don't want to throw it out because it's still good food, but you've already put the food away. You just want to go back in there. Don't nibble. Don't eat the leftovers on the plate. We are good at doing that. You know, your kids leave a chicken nugget on the plate. You'll eat it so you don't have to throw it out. Stop that. Those are 2 habits that were brought to my attention. One, I came to on my own. The other, my girlfriend, again, brought it to my attention. And so now those are ceased to exist for me. And I thought it was very important that I share that with you, because there's so many levels to the habits and our relationship with food that can cause us to sabotage our weight loss and end up gaining again if we aren't mindful of just the small habits in and of themselves. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Again, this is Harmony. I'm maintaining my 40-pound loss. I will start round 2 here in another 3 weeks to reach my 170 goal. And it's been great, and I'm loving it. I'm feeling better about myself. And I'm glad, again, that I did. I have no regrets. So until next time, I'll keep you updated. And just live well.